G'day guys, away we go again.
Yep, another week, away we go again.
What about this? This is the first, hey? February the 29th. We've had 5 Mondays in February.
You're the
Try and
only
cop that
person in the world that would have ever thought about that. Yeah, that's
How often does that happen?
Not very often.
5 punter shows. No, we probably haven't because we would have had 5 punter shows in February. It's probably never been done before, Mark. First time ever.
Well put.
And
on that point, that'll be it. That's all we need to say today. Thanks, Glenn. That's it.
And 4 Sunday articles from me. I tell you what, it's tough going, but
it's coming across very well.
It comes across very, very well. I'd read it.
Mark's article.
I'll send it to you. But you'll have to pay to pick it up.
Out of the email box?
Out of the emails, yeah.
I found it there free. I know that now.
No, Mark's Weekend Wisdom column, always good. Great read again this morning as it's online. All right, man of the match, boys. Fletcher's nailed it again. PSpt Alive was awesome as well.
Where do we get this Fletch stuff?
I don't get it, but like, is it go that good, does it?
I think he carded it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's gone, I think, 7 from 9 on Saturday in Sydney and pretty much in Melbourne. Yeah, it's just Fletch.
Hasn't got a fucking clue. How I haven't got billions compared to those fucking blokes.
You got a text message of Kings in the morning too. Is he concerned about that you're about to go round him or?
No, he didn't seem to be concerned. No, he's going good. Everyone's going good. The top better tournament was exciting for everyone that was in it. They would have known how exciting it was. I hit the lead after about an hour.
Yes, and in come the inner psychopath came in.
It wasn't really your style.
Yeah,
it wasn't my style of results.
Yeah,
they weren't my style of results. But who won? The bloke called Fill 'em Up or something, or Fill Me Up, or
Fill Me Up or something. Yeah,
something like that. So well done, whoever you are.
Yep.
And 50k seems a bit of money.
Good money, exactly right. We'll get more on the winner during the week. Hopefully a bit of an article or wherever they're from and all that sort of stuff, and hopefully bring you a bit of a story on that. Of course, the tournaments will keep running again, and up to the big one over the championships, $250,000.
$250,000.
$250,000.
Wow.
I'll have to save up. I bought 5 times on Saturday. I rebought 5 times. I've done 1,200. It's 1,100 buying the $250,000. Now I'm going to find 6,600 from.
Same place you find 6,600 from every Wednesday.
Same place you're going to have
to find all the money, can't I?
Same place you're going to have to find it between now and Wednesday. Yeah, exactly.
I'm the only person in the world that walks off the track completely fly-blown and broke, has 8 cents in the bank account, and turns up with 8,000 that Wednesday.
And it's Billy's story.
How do I do it?
As Billy's story said, well, Billy's story's got his theories, but as Billy's story says, not only do you turn up with them, they're the most neatly pressed bunch of notes you've ever seen.
Crisp and ready to be read.
and you know, that's the sort of phenomenon that
just wind up the press again.
People just don't understand.
But do you remember walking onto the races, and that was like a feature of, you know, seeing people's rolls and
it was a big feature. You can even see blokes walk in with the swag, and you can see their pockets filled up.
Yeah, or the sports bag.
Yeah, the little sports bag.
Was the Qantas bag of Contimes?
Yeah.
Was that what you said? Was it the Qantas bag? No,
TAA.
Yeah, TAA. Somebody put a photo up of that too on the...
Really?
There was they
found the purple TAA bag.
Yeah, they put the photo up of it.
Not the actual one, but they might have had one. There was probably millions of them.
Yeah,
but your dad used to get them when he'd go on business trips.
Yeah.
Like if you had a dad at my age, or you know what I mean. Dad would come home, oh, here's a purple TAA bag.
I got Matchbox guys.
Oh, you got Matchbox. They were good parents when you were young, weren't they, when you look back? It's funny how the time you think they're
everything, yeah, I know.
Well, you think, oh, mum and dad.
We're using the rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah, and then you think, no, Daggy. Yeah. Dags. Don't hang around me, I'm 12, I'm going to be a BMX bike. Oh, mum's calling out to me, fucking hell. And then you get into your teens and they're not letting you go out or holding you back, and you're angry. And then you get into this part of our life.
Well,
and
you become parents and you soften. That's what happens. You have kids and you soften on your parents.
Doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah. My mum and dad were the grouse. I think that.
Anyway, PSpt Alive was good too, boys.
It's state of the art, isn't it? PSpt Alive. I mean, I wish I could tune in.
Yeah, so if you're out there in cyber world and not on the track, which most of you are, gives you a great insight to actually what is happening on the track, which still does hold a great deal of relevance.
Well, the track holds relevance, but what actually holds relevance is a room where people can congregate. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah.
That was the point of the betting ring once upon a time, and then the wagering landscape changed. Like, the betting ring became this way.
It has changed.
Right? And suddenly the cognoscenti were spread all over the place.
The world changed too. The whole world became a big room. Now, you don't go and meet a girl. You text online, I am handsome, and next thing she turns up. I was a mate of mine the other, Tinder cards. She's going, look at that, look at this. And it was like fucking glamour. glamour. Really good guy, but average style of bloke. Glamour. I said, what the hell's that? He goes, oh, it's just Tinder. I said, do you pick these shillers up? He goes, yeah, but when you pick them up, they don't seem to look like the photo.
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it?
That's pretty funny.
Well, but that's life, isn't it? I mean,
I'd
everyone's
fucking
promoting
blow up.
themselves a bit better than they, you know, than reality.
I'd turn up like this with my little. I've got the iPhone.
It's a bit
I just say right shut the door. I go, aha! That's not that. No, thank you.
It's a bit hard to Tinder on your phone,
Nokia phone.
How about this?
Try to slide.
If you Google images my name, you get all sorts of weird shit happening. There's some topless girl
Oh,
that obviously was
just from one of the parties.
Round here. Keys in.
No, she was promoting like sports bet or something, and somehow my name's been attached to that particular image.
That's so mad.
It's mania. Yeah.
Internet, like whoever thought, who actually invented it? Was it Bill Gates? Who
The
invented
internet.
the
I think didn't the internet come from?
Universities.
I think it was something to do with the military or something like that, because they created it to for their communication, and
Well,
then it
they've
just
ruined the world.
ruined the world. That's it. No worries. Pro Better Live anyway, we'll have more on that. That'll be the In Focus, our new little weekly segment for the product, so you'll learn more about that if you haven't caught up with it. Tomorrow with an article, and Darren and Anthony are going to do a video on it when they do the Melbourne Punters show tomorrow as well too. So yeah, so
These guys are hard workers, seriously hard workers. John Walder's written some sort of like dossier on Randwick that was up yesterday. He clearly didn't sleep.
people would say the same about you, though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that, but I mean, I'm just you know thinking that surely other people are a bit more normal than me.
No,
I don't sleep very well.
No.
Sleeping's hard to do when you're in wagering.
Well, your mind's
Well, if you're in a job, you want 5 o'clock things. You know, you put your card in to check out
you
whatever
work.
you do,
Yeah, exactly.
and you want to switch off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this world, you may not keep that job. That's that's an old idea.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of people do, mate.
Well, I'm just saying that they shouldn't be feel too cosy.
Oh
there.
well, if you're out there feeling cosy, make sure you stop feeling cosy. They just got home today and think, okay, I've got my cosy little job. I'll put on the Punter show, and Mark's just told me that I'm not going to have a fucking job tomorrow.
I wouldn't know because I've never had a
Yeah.
job. But I'm just thinking that surely that's an anachronism.
Yeah, and when I work out what an anachronism means, I'll agree completely with you. Anyway, let's move on to the race.
Driving with Glenn though. Before that,
Oh yeah, I picked up Aaron.
This is the start of race day. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like it's a must watch.
Is it really? I didn't watch it. Didn't feel like it was hilarious when I was doing
Well,
it.
that's because you're an actor. Well, you're not necessarily an actor, but I mean like
I had to pick fucking Aaron up. Like it's tough. And you want me to do it weekly?
I think weekly would be good, yeah.
Aaron's got a bit of sympathy later.
I thought about quarterly or
That would be it.
biannually.
But Aaron's got the camera.
Yeah, there it was. So anyway, and people seem to like it. Everyone seemed to like it.
Well, Craig.
Melbourne Punter didn't like it. Lee didn't like it.
He
He said he didn't think it was a good go for me.
He didn't. Okay.
I was right. That was his opinion.
Okay. Fuck you then too.
No, I didn't mind. I like
Craig
it.
said you should auction that passenger seat space off every Saturday for the trip with Glenn.
The passenger seat.
So you could have it in the middle, have somebody sitting in the back seat.
Oh, in the middle.
Oh, mate.
Or in the middle, yeah, or in the middle.
You don't even have to auction it. If you just wanted me to pick you up, I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up.
As long as you live somewhere in
Yeah, as long as
Coogee.
I understand that you would do that. The point is that it's priceless.
Oh, more spruiking for Dallas to sell.
Well, just
I'd rather
just,
give it
you
away
know,
for free.
like,
No, give it away. No, give it away for free. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly,
if you
yeah.
want-
he's saying that it's of something of value.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Craig. That's very nice.
So if anybody wants to be there on Saturday morning when you film the show,
Yeah, I'll pick you up. Anyone wants to come to the races, I'll pick them up.
you might drive a bus there.
As long as it's not para. I don't want to listen to para before the races. You know what I mean?
Ron Duff, as he said, what's the go with the seatbelt? Has he turned over a new leaf?
Well, it's funny you notice that, Ronnie, because that is exactly, I never wore a seatbelt ever, but then I updated to the Ford that I got now from the old previous Ford, which I had for 12 years, and I had to update, and they put the seatbelt in, it goes beep, 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 beep.
Forever, yeah,
It
drives
just
you
drives you insane.
Yeah.
So, Ronnie, unfortunately, I had to move with the times. I certainly haven't turned over a new leaf. I even went to the mechanic to say,
Can you turn this off?
can we turn this off? And he said, legally you can't, and we can't do it, and no way we can do it. So I was very disappointed in him, but then he grabbed me on the side, but he said, but next time you pass,
Auto electricians.
no, where they sell second-hand car parts.
Yeah. Okay.
Go in there, $10, cut off the seatbelt thing and click it in. Just a little seatbelt thing.
Right, okay.
A little thing that goes click, 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 click.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't need to wear your belt, but it shuts the fucking automatic beep, bitch noise in your background. So I'm waiting to do that.
Why so opposed to seatbelts? It's not really a great...
It's my right if I'd like to die in a car crash, Colin.
Well, it's apparently not your right anymore. If well, it hasn't been for a while. But I heard somebody speaking about, if you don't wear a helmet when you're riding a bike, because it can cost the health system millions to get you fixed up or something.
Well, tomorrow
is new bike laws.
you have to stay a metre away from a bike.
That seemed hard too. I've been practicing all week.
It does seem
What,
tricky.
practicing at 100 k's an hour?
Yeah, and I still go past them quick. No, but it's just I've been practicing, looking out for it, and what if they come up next to you?
Yes, this is...
Well,
And then who measures that you are
need a
97
metre.
centimetres?
Yeah, that's right.
Does a cop pull you over? Listen, I just got you
Well,
back there.
I think the point of the rule is an acknowledgement that perhaps need to give cyclists a bit more clearance.
You'd be pro the cyclists, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Definitely. Well, there's so many around here. You
Yeah.
can't. Have you tried driving fast around here?
I hate the cyclists. Yeah. Dirty, filthy. Get off the fucking road.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Yep. Anyway, go the cyclist. Go the security guards. Winona thrown off course. Chris Roos reports in the Herald this morning that there may be two sides to the story because Winona might have blown up and stewards are looking into it. But having had our association with the security guards on ATC tracks, it would be very easy for Winona to blow up Deluxe because there's one way and it's their way and there's no reason for it, as we saw the other day, until you tore the stewards into it.
Can we start at the beginning
Let's start the
of the story?
What's happened?
Well, I mean, you guys were pretty.
We got told that she got asked to leave because she didn't have any ID. Now it's come out that there might be two sides. Winona is a firecracker.
Yeah, she did try to run some of the course.
Well, there's plenty of spunk in her. But on the flip side, the ATC security, it's funny, the couple of blokes, Adams who are involved in running them, they are very approachable and good guys, but everyone underneath does seem to have limited social skills.
It's just so there's just. I know they're there to police it and that, but they just don't have to be so aggressive and so one-sided in their whole mentality to it. Now
They
the way
seem awful.
they do, and we've had we've never been there drunk or whatever, and we've had that many run-ins with them over things that should be just easy that they should even be helping you with. And then I remember when I was threatened to be thrown off because which we eventually did win the battle, because they told the people who collect the prices that they weren't allowed to be in the position they'd been in ever since they had moved the ring to Rosehill, and me just going over and just trying to say, oh, look boys, this is where they've been. I was then threatened with being thrown off. It's just...
They're just
So
awful.
what
they
situation did she find herself on Saturday?
Well,
that caused this?
don't
Well,
know.
from our understanding of the way it's been reported, if it's right, if you read the way that it's been reported, she was there. She looked young. She was asked for ID, and because they assumed
when she was getting a drink.
No, just being on course.
You're not allowed to be under 18 by yourself.
without a parent.
All right,
Or a
so security
supervising
guards.
So they see an 18...
18-year-old, and I think she had two.
She had two nieces.
Two nieces.
18 and 14. Well, if they're bred in the same lines as Winona, they looked 11.
Yeah.
So it looks like probably a 15-year-old or two 12-year-olds or something. And the blokes had just said, oh, whatever they said.
Yeah. And Winona would have probably told them to go and well and truly get fucked, I'd say.
So there's got to be two sides to it. But
Yeah.
the bottom line is the security they have on race courses are awful. And they nasty, unhappy looking people that hate being there. A lot of the time are from...
But this industry is all about, we're bringing people on to get pissed. Therefore, we have this corollary of this massive goon squad.
It is a goon squad. That's a great word to put for it. And I know with our new association with Top End, we've cut out all the racist slurs, which in part tongue-in-cheek by me. But they do seem to come from a different cultural background. Is that a fair comment?
No. The bloke
pricks were.
No. I would say the bloke who was the main guy with that thing.
Ned Kelly.
Yeah.
With the beard. He was Aussie.
Yeah.
He was a real Aussie.
Yeah. That's.
Ned Kelly. We haven't seen Ned since.
No, he's been back.
He's been back.
Yeah, he's been back.
And then we had the problems with that other bloke.
Matthew.
Young Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew.
He's definitely Aussie looking. So
so
and
you're
maybe
wrong.
the way they're trained is just. I said to Matthew, I said, you're one of the most hateful people I've ever met. And he thought that was really offensive. That's not offensive, it's just a commentary on what sort of person
Well,
you are.
he's presenting himself that way.
He does.
Yeah.
He does seem a very hateful guy, and it should be a pretty decent job to do.
What the ATC got to remember.
It's a job for despots. right? It's
it is a badge for distance.
You know, like, well, but, I mean, I don't mean to cast a slur on. I'm just saying that it's an industry that's got heaps of vacancies, right? It's the growth industry of our modern era.
And you've only got to be
down
at the gym and unshaven, and next thing someone says you want a gig doing this.
Well, I think what the OTC
I did watch a show yesterday on how that we're 4% Neanderthal, which I found very, very. Oh man, how did the scriptures get away with going on about the Bible when the science is just moving ahead? And but they may be talking about. Well, they could be 5.5 or 6%
I
Neanderthal.
think Gleb just realised that Adam and Eve was a lie.
No, I watched the show on Neanderthal history.
So
yeah, that's great.
So what I'm saying is there's 4% Neanderthal in you.
Yeah,
and there's 4% in me. Most Asian people is 2.6% Neanderthal. Did you know that? No, okay. What I'm saying is with the security industry, maybe it's 5.5%.
So, okay.
That's where it came from.
So we should look at employing more people from
more Asian security.
Asian security. That is not racist.
No, I'm saying they're obviously nice people.
All right. Yeah, but what the ATC got to remember is it's fine to say that they're private contractors and that, but they're actually the people that are doing your PR relations.
Representing the ATC.
You're representing them, and how many people that, I mean, we are regular customers there as well as everything else.
I'm the most regular.
You're the most regular customer, and we've only had awful experiences with them. Now, for people who are coming and going and the people that you are trying to attract there.
Young Matt once said to me, in a discussion and not a fight, one-on-one talking, if you say one more word, I'm going to walk you off the race course.
Yeah.
I can't believe I dropped off.
Yeah.
I'm that dirty with myself. I would have loved him to walk me off the race course.
Yeah, it would have been good. That's great. So, but all the people that they've walked off and escorted and have already treated the same, they're not coming back.
They don't.
And
how would you come back?
And they're going to. People would say, "Oh, we'll go to the race," and they say, "Well, the last time I was there, I might have had one too many because that's what I do at the races." And then I was suddenly in a headlock being thrown off.
I met my Miss Bondi's long-term partner now. Met his mother for the first time just recently.
Yeah.
How you going, love? Oh, g'day, nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I've been given life at the races.
Oh.
Oh, what happened? Yeah. Oh, well, went out the races one day and they grabbed my son by both arms and were warned off because he had too much to drink and we drunk it all there. And I went over there and grabbed him, how dare you? And then they threw me off and they said, we've both got life.
Yeah, that's good.
She said, they didn't have to give me life. I won't ever be back.
No, that's right, exactly.
And you can see a few women out there in their 40s or 50s with a couple of sherbets. Someone grabs your son.
Yeah. No.
You understand the scenario?
No, exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right.
All
I think just change the mood, ATC. You know, I mean, I don't think we're going on over the top of it, but I think you should. Anyway, tournament. We mentioned the tournament. Glenn.
I think also just harking back to that. A lot of the time, people they feed them full of drink.
Yeah.
Right. They feed them full of drink. Maybe something like when a table or girls or whatever had a few too many sherbets. My dad always calls sherbets. I said that. I know it's an old thing. A few too many drinks. You don't go and say, listen, you got to go. You're blind. Yeah. You go. Listen, girls. Bang. There's a green. There's a red badge on your table. Yeah. Red badge. It's 3:10. We don't want to see another alcoholic drink here till 4:10. You've got to be drinking water for an hour.
And here's some jugs of water.
Here's some water.
Yeah, that's right.
Now we just need you to just settle
down
now.
Maybe
because we don't want to have to give you a tap to tell you to go.
Yeah, and if you do, then like maybe customer service agents rather than security guards. Maybe that might be the. Maybe that might be the play.
Softer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Just soften it down.
We don't want to lose these people to our trade.
No, that's right. But and you know, for the extra 100.
Why are we the only ones ever fighting to get people? When we get a stack of people there, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just keep going
We've got that time of year coming up, Glenn. Like the carnival at Randwick.
don't worry, we won't have to worry about it at Roselle because we're only advertising the championships again.
That's right.
we'll have a $14,000 nice movie.
All right. So is there more to come out with the Winona? I hope the stewards. They do.
Oh well, I'll tell you what might help my Winona is the fact that Mark Van Gestel came up and sorted them out and saw what they were like. So he got a good first-hand taste.
You mean from Rose Hill?
Yeah, that day. Yeah,
he did come up.
So I think they'd be probably aware that the report they might get from the security guards might be a little bit different to what actually happened. So because they do stick together,
of course they do, because they're protecting jobs. Why? Yeah. Who wouldn't lie?
Anyway, Richard Friedman during the week, Glenn.
Richard Friedman, well done, Rich. Honestly,
why is he doing that job?
I don't know.
I witnessed it, and the reason I witnessed is Blake was on a horse, and he said, "Are you listening to Richard?" And I thought, "Yeah, I am listening." I said, "Can you believe it?" And we just both were giggling at each other. So there you go. Richard was talking about the prospects of how well number 7 Juna West was parading in the ring and how it had improved.
He had mentioned how well it had paraded and how well it looked.
How well it looked, and how make sure you put it in your numbers, and blah 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 blah. And
I know this
number
horse.
7 Juna West had been scratched at 10 a.m. It was the only late scratch in the day. Obviously didn't go into Richard's book, but he definitely didn't see it. I never saw it. They parade horses when they're scratching? It's not often.
Not often.
No, there's so many blokes that would be young and keen about that job.
Yeah, Brent Zarafa.
There's a lot of blokes.
I just don't.
Seems to make a lot of mistakes, Richard, for a so-called expert. I'm sure he's a good
not
businessman.
interested in that.
Richard. He's not interested in the form at all, and it comes across.
Yeah, Richard's a good host. He's a good thing, but he's
He
not a
is
form
good at
person.
a number of things.
He'd be good on a panel, on a talk back.
Yeah.
He's good, but he just fucking hates racing.
I don't know if he don't know if it's okay. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be doing the form for.
He doesn't want to be
Canterbury,
doing
and
that.
if
We've
you-
got the
if-
Doncaster
I know.
Mile coming up. Thanks, Richard.
Me and Blake, anyway, so me and Shinny were listening to you talk about the parade with number 7 Juna West, and we were pissing ourselves laughing, and Shinny even said to me, "Aren't you going to say something?" I said, "No, let him keep going, it's fun." It was pretty fun. No one picks it up.
No.
No one picks up anything anymore because we're all they're all controlled by
Who's gonna
Racing
pick it
New
up?
South Wales. We don't even hear many stories. I mean, I've found the sorry, this was from blanking. I found the talk about the what's the name of number 1 trainer in Sydney's name?
Chris Waller.
Oh, thanks. Fuck. Couldn't get it out. I was going.
Are you stroking up? Are
I
you?
was having a stroke then. the Chris Waller story with this horse.
Wow, this is a promotion
Yeah.
for part 1.
We got Richard. Yeah, we got young Richard involved, and we got
Yeah, Liam.
Liam involved, and they're good race. You know, they're like,
And Glenn.
and Glenn. So we've got 3 high-profile people in racing involved in it. But there's been no talk. I've made some inquiries. Apparently, you know, the 2 little Ds that run around the track and jump over fences and think they're
Yeah.
undercover all the
Yeah.
time, and everyone goes, "Oh, you dirty, filthy cop, get out of the way." Yeah. Those blokes, they went out and spoke to Mr. Waller.
Right.
And said he had no case to answer. But do you think that any other trainer in the world, let's just go for Mr. Waller, okay? Let's go for Chris. It's his horse that was sold, not his horse, but he trained it.
Yes, yes.
His racing manager,
Yeah.
one of his most high-profile number 1 owners,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I read
And
somewhere
someone that
that
rides for him.
and someone writes him, and I believe he sent an email. How much did he get for the horse? Do you think he's entitled to be at the inquiry?
Yeah, they're entitled just to say.
If the trainer
what is your role in
I'll
this?
tell you what, if the trainer's Kev Moses, those 2 little Ds, they'd cuff him in the morning and drag him in screaming. But
Gay.
Chris Waller just seems to. It reminds me of that movie. What was Roger Rogerson in that movie? He said to Nettie Smith, "You've got the green light." It just seems. It does seem a bit like that. Now I might be wrong. Maybe he doesn't need to be in the inquiry, but
Well, you're just commenting on the fact that
How it looks.
he's a participant in the whole saga that hasn't actually been summoned.
I just don't know why.
But yeah.
Why isn't
But
it?
does he come into play later on when it gets a bit? Because I mean, I think the first part of these hearings is just to work out whether there's a charge, and the charge has now been levelled.
Yeah. Do
And
we
then,
get
and
him
then,
in now?
then he, I imagine he has to come into play later.
That's,
He'd have to be called on to bring for evidence, wouldn't he?
some sort of evidence.
You'd think so.
Well, some sort of evidence.
Yeah.
Did you write an email? Yes, I did. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a share in the horse? Apparently, he had a very small share. Were you to receive any funds from anybody? He'll say no. Like, you know.
Sorry, he had a small share in the horse.
Apparently, he had a tiny
I don't
share.
know. I'm not sure.
And so therefore
I'm guessing a little bit
No,
there.
I'm not sure.
I don't know about that.
No. I don't think. I don't know if he did.
Well, does he have a share in a lot of his horses? I don't know either.
Who knows?
But let's find out. We're the punting public.
Yeah.
I'd hate to think that he has a green light to get away with stuff, because that means he might get away with other stuff.
I don't.
Well, you just don't want to participate in a game that looks like that, do you?
No. If you want it to be transparent and anything above board, do what you did to K
And you're not saying that there isn't anything above board.
I'm not saying that.
You're saying
I'm
it's-
saying how come he's not.
How,
I'm finding
how
it
come
more.
we haven't heard?
How come we haven't heard?
Yep. Fair enough.
Why is he dragged in there? Kevin Moses, trainer. Neville Voigt. Imagine Neville Voigt, trainer. They cuff his ankles.
Bjorn.
Hey, John Baker. Phil Baker.
Imagine if it was Bjorn.
They're still getting
You would be selling the horse.
Yeah. You're the racing manager.
And Brendan Abdullah was
And Daniel
Daniel
was a rider.
rider.
They fucking take us out the back, put us up against a cement wall and shoot us. and rightly so.
Wow.
Anyway, but like they've started looking into Richard and that. I think it would be nice now that we're now looking into the sale of horses if we extend that into the sale ring. Just a thought.
Yes, indeed.
Just a thought. Just a thought. Randwick, Saturday. Track and times. The track played. The times were very swift.
We were at Randwick for years and years and years before track records started to get broken.
Yeah.
Remember? Like Sticks and Stones had the 1200 metre track
Well,
record.
with You Bet I Do, wasn't
Forever. You Bet I Do.
Yeah, You Bet I Do. Sticks and Stones
No,
might
but
have been
no, they were equal. They were dead heaters with the track record forever.
And I remember thinking, wow, these are benchmarks that just are, they're so hard.
Belmura Lad the mile. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened on Saturday?
Well, a couple of things.
Grass was shorter.
No, they didn't water. Because they had a storm on Sunday,
They never watered.
they never watered. And we've got hot days, plenty of evaporation. And they're saying soft 5 on Wednesday and good 4 and good 4. They always tell the trainers good 4, so they, don't panic. And then they refuse to say firm. Like, no one ever says firm because we can't say that.
We can't say
the poor track managers, they'll probably go and hang themselves.
Yeah, and Randwick's got a grass coverage about this high at the moment, so it wouldn't matter if it was running on Ashfield, it's still going to be cushioned.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. It's not, put it this way, I don't know if there were many horses jarring up on Saturday. I may be wrong.
Very firm, and the wind was behind them for most of the race. So here's the wind. They're running like that. They're not running into any wind at any stage.
And I've got a feeling we've seen the back section of the track can get quite sleek. Speaking with Vince during the day, we did look at it. We checked the distance. The distance was 100% right. They can 6 metre rail, a bit of a different place. Distance 100% right for the 1400 metres at least anyway, which were the two strange times. And now I think everyone who saw that, especially the Gisoni's race, you knew how slow that she was going to the eye.
It was a session, wasn't it?
They're running basically times off on the raw data that's 3 lengths. So normally a time for that would be about a 10.9 per 200 metres.
Yeah.
Right. They were going 10.5, which is almost 3 lengths.
It didn't look like they were doing
it. Yeah, and that's doing it under a hold. So that's almost that section of the track is 3 lengths quicker than what the normal would be.
Right.
For per 200 metres. I'm not saying 400 metres, it's 200 metres. So for 400 metres, it's almost a second faster. And that's with them under a hold. So how quick was that back section of the track? I'm thinking, having only seen the straight, I'm thinking the back section may be shorter than the straight.
Right.
And we do see that a lot in the chutes. The chutes are where the variances really come.
There it is.
So you're thinking when Solicit runs 80.3, 1400 metres, that Jesus, some horses must have finished like Brown's cows. They can't all be that fast.
No,
you understand that Solicit goes pretty good when in the right circumstances. But there they were trying their guts out. They're not far from the winner. So 7 horses finished within 3 lengths of the winner.
Wow, so 7 horses only around track record.
Well, pretty much. What was the official time? It's better by 0.7. So how far the margin? So down to Tinto have run a track record, or probably Queen of Kariba's run a track record as well too.
That's what I worked out straight away what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, actually, everyone bar Mahara. Amicus has even run a track record. 4 lengths, it's close enough.
Did you say?
Hey?
Amicus.
Amicus.
Oh, I thought you said Amicus.
No, I didn't. You're stroking.
He didn't actually say.
Rewind the tape, Amicus. You said Amicus.
Okay, so the point being that track record, schmack record, it's not relevant. It belongs to the day, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And with people who get Vince's stuff and all that, you'll see that'll be all corrected back. They'll be slick. There'll be some decent results, but there'll be a very big penalty for that track. That'll be all standardised.
Yeah, so I wrote. Look, where that form belongs is similar circumstances. You stick down a 6 metre rail at Randwick with the wind behind them and like a concrete sort of surface, and that form will work.
Right.
But it won't work anywhere else.
Okay, great.
Winks, Glenn, didn't parade great.
She did a couple of little things on Saturday.
She looked like she had the shits, didn't she?
It was really
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, just a couple of little things.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, a couple of little things.
Just little
incy-wincy things.
Because she actually had to do something on Saturday.
Yeah, she did a couple of things she's never done before too, which were really interesting. I noted. I didn't think it'd get a beat.
No.
It wasn't enough to say she couldn't win. I wasn't saying that.
Well,
she was still an odds-on chance.
The way she raced was the way she sort of paraded. So going forward, it'd be interesting if they exaggerate.
So, talk me through the way she raced. I mean, you've just described what you saw in the parade ring. The way she raced, because I didn't see any problem with the way she raced. I thought that she did quite a good job.
Yeah, I'd say she did a good job. But you know,
What
she
did
didn't
you
win by
see in the
4
run?
lengths. She didn't win by 4 lengths Hardell.
Yeah, but she's the only horse to come from midfield all day.
Okay, yeah, well, just going forward, I tipped her on top. I said, she's yours. I'm back in Meraki, a place that was $4.20 bet, would seem to better bet it, ran a hole. But she did a couple of tiny little things, and I mean tiny, that could be exaggerated.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested going for it.
Yeah.
She didn't put it to sword.
No, that's right. She did take a long time to get
She did the job.
Look,
She did take a while to get to
Tibiani
Tibiani.
was in the perfect spot,
Yeah.
and was probably coming off the second best run. You know, it was.
It had improved in the
it was, of the beaten brigade. It was the best run in the Apollo Stakes.
Yeah.
And then Hiraki looks to have done quite a good job, but you've got to remember he's actually on Winx's back all the way in a slipstream.
And you've got to also remember the 7 horses in that race that are probably not place chances.
Yeah.
Gust of Image, Who Shot the Barman, Magic Hurricane, Grand Marshal, Storm the Siren, Centre Pivot who ran out of its arse. They're probably all no place chances.
And the one who was a place chance, Mongolian Khan, went like a bastard.
So,
you just
how
want to
did
know what he did.
how did Mongolian Khan parade? Because there was good interest in him.
Come back in great order, but not tight, not screwed down. Not.
Because he bounded out and he was up
That's
on
how
the
he
speed, and he was like, but
But he did.
well, what do we read into him dropping out?
I don't know.
Yeah. Put it this way, he paraded better than that. That's a
Yeah.
fair call, isn't it?
But he's a horse, you know. What about if he had a little bit of toenail, you know, John Manu's
Yeah, no, I know he's a horse.
That's not numbers with it. they're
Because,
horses.
you know, for mine, everything about Mongolian Khan, the late betting, the positioning in running, the
Yeah.
way he travelled, everything was like, I was loving it.
Yeah.
It's a place certainty
Yeah.
at the 800.
It should have
I was
finished.
loving
It should have.
It's a
With
place-
all of that, it should have finished beside Hiraki, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just
But
sort of
it's a
Hiraki coming
horse.
and him going.
It's a race.
Yeah, it's a race horse. Yeah, it's not a car, though. And they're not cab drivers.
A couple of Wednesdays ago, a horse paraded terribly in a small race at Canterbury and ran into the other Waller horse. And then she broke down and died in the run.
Yeah, Miss Royale.
Yeah. And she paraded like she wanted to break down and die in the run.
If only you were sending out Marty Armour, you could have
It
said
was a Wednesday.
It was a Friday night.
Friday night. I knew it was a Saturday. So I'm there and going, fucking have a look. I'm just itching to get. I laid $1.11 a place. Not many times do you lay the $1.11 a place. Not many times do you get the money, but not many you're pretty confident. And she paraded like. Did she have 28 days off as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, 28 days off, and she was as sour as a cat. And she just basically said, "Fuck this! I'm going to snap your leg in the run. I've had enough." It was just unbelievable to watch.
So you've highlighted it. It's mares. Mares can
Go.
Talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now becoming like a
horse whisperer.
Well, no,
And,
what's the other bloke
Winx
saying?
was starting to.
Oh yeah,
Cut.
Mr. Ed.
Not Mr. Ed, the cartoon character. Was it not Dr. Zeus? Who was it?
Oh, Dr. Doolittle.
I'm Dr. Doolittle. I do little.
Well, Winx was starting. Yeah, Winx was starting to have a little bit of a chat. There was,
All right, so is
Yeah.
that the issue for Winx next time? And when is
Who
the
knows?
next, when
Like, I
is
mean,
the
she
next
has
start?
Where's
obviously.
the next start?
There'd be
Champions?
next start would be.
Well,
I'd
the
imagine.
one before.
Would it be? No, George Ryder.
Okay.
George Ryder, and then 2011 championships.
Right, so 14, 16, 15, 2000.
2000, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right,
He went third.
She's
up
the
in
best horse in
class
Australia at the moment. She's the best horse in Australia.
Yeah.
She did a couple of things in the parade ring which were like, I'm talking about things that are.
No, as we said, you'd still mark it from what we saw. You'd still mark an odds-on chance in that race.
She wasn't
but,
happy.
Yeah. Anyway.
But it's fascinating when these horses get this status, how differently everything's handled. How the opposition's handled, how the
It's the
horses
black
handled.
caviar
It's
effect.
like,
Yeah.
you know, you're watching Huey on that horse and he's just going, well, you know, she's far and above these horses.
To
so
this
this is the
day-
way I'm going to ride her.
To this day, there was a Friday night meeting at Moonee Valley with Black Caviar, and they interviewed a lot younger, less mature Tommy Barry, who wouldn't say it now. He was just when
Yeah, he was a kid.
as a kid. What you're on, fucking old mate, you had a real good chance, old mate, 40s or whatever. He goes, yeah, if I get a perfect suck and just handle this right and do this, I reckon I'm a great chance to finish second. I hope I can finish second. And I remember thinking, if I was the owner of that horse, a riding replacement, please, sir.
Yeah.
That's no good to me. He
Yeah.
rode absolutely perfect. I think it did run second, but it's the black caviar effect.
These horses spook everybody else.
It's weird. It's a fucking animal.
It becomes a fait accompli.
Well, who would have ever fought Muhammad Ali 40 years ago if they were like racing participants now? No one would
Yeah.
get in the ring with him.
Yeah.
Or a young Mike Tyson. No one, oh, you're world champion, we can't get you a fight.
Speaking about parading, rich enough, similar to the Miss Royale
I
thing.
did say rich enough would never win another race on this show 2 weeks ago, and you said yes, yes, yes. Well, it didn't win, and now it'll never race.
They'll never race again.
It's a rat bag.
There you go.
And I even said to
You've nailed
Damien
it.
Brown, this is like a dodgy Sheila, and he said, what do you mean? I said, hard to ride.
he did like that
Still
too.
like to, yeah. I think he's sent a few dodgies over the year, old Damien.
Rich enough, yeah. So it.
Yeah, because that ended up being a fascinating race because you had Rich Enough, and you had River Lad who can't really go anywhere. He's sitting outside the lead. There's 2 roadblocks there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you know, we're watching the run of Rock Sturdy going, well, it looks a nice run, but I'm thinking, well, there's no progression in that race.
Was the nice run of the race generally, Faye?
Well, Charlie Boy got his run, and he was.
I sort of thought of the day it was, and then I went for tape.
Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go with General Lee?
Yeah.
That's why I was asking you.
I reckon that's his go. Maybe one more, and then because they did put the blinkers on it, he did look to react all right to it, but.
I just got a
They had
funny
their
feeling-
chance of winning a race
I've got
for
a
second
funny
up
feeling
last
he's
time,
a better
so
horse,
chose
like
not to.
one out, one
Talk
back.
to me more about Cool Company, for example. Talk to me
Nice
about
horse,
that
nice
Oh.
horse. Plenty of.
I think he left early. It started parading like an imbecile.
I did it.
Yeah.
Late.
Oh yeah.
But when it came in, it was nice and fresh, and
Oh yeah. No.
got ugly
Towards
like
the
that.
end- Yeah. Towards the end, it was awful.
Downstain's longer than me because I'm sick and desperate. Need to get back there and bed.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
No, it's.
You've got to
yeah.
get back to the action. You've seen what you've seen, needed to see.
Yeah, but it towards the end it was it was awful. But so plenty of improvement with Cool Company.
Talk to
mate.
me about Kathy's 2 rides on Saturday. And
Come on, how did she do it?
well, she like fair
Full
play to
credit.
her.
Just
Fair
before we
dinkum.
go, we have to mention the 81s for Brent Zarafa, Charlie Boy.
Oh yeah,
80.
sorry. Yeah, I said on Friday Brent was tipping Charlie Boy, and I was a bit sick of Charlie Boy.
No.
So I let fly, let loose, and
You were
you
right.
know,
I marked at 80s.
Julie got my head chopped off.
That's like
Yeah, it is.
It's a game of opinions, and if every opinion's right, you're not doing this show, and you're not talking to Brent Zarafa. You're living fucking on the harbour somewhere.
Also said, why is Kathy on Scarlet Rain? And like, there's Brenton underneath her, and
Well, I was a bit surprised Brenton didn't try and hold. What was it
I
about?
think Brenton was, from what I could gather, I think Brenton was concerned about that horse running 1200 metres, so he was very keen to look to get the sit.
By doing that, he managed to put Kathy into the
Yeah.
PR of all PRs.
That's right.
Made her look like a freak.
Yeah.
Which she's not.
Yeah.
no.
Kathy's good ride was Brenton's.
Yeah,
Brendan gave Kathy that good ride.
She turned up with a plain vanilla like cake, and he creamed it all up and put all the dots on, all the candles, and fucking said.
Yeah.
And everyone went, "Oh, look at the nice cake, Kathy."
There you
Like,
go. Yeah.
But the horse itself, it's a weird looking horse, isn't it?
it's a
Scarlet
real.
Rain?
It should be on a. I said to you that before.
No, you
Should
said
be.
that to Aaron on the in the car.
Aaron.
It should be on a carousel.
Yeah. How does it go, Glenn?
It's a carousel pony.
Yeah, it's carousel pony.
Yeah.
If it comes out and wins
There's
the slipper,
Scarlet Rain,
I'm
there's
giving
like a
up
look.
racing.
Yeah.
Because I'll have necked myself by then.
Now the interesting thing is though too, it's another typical Gay golden slipper preparation, which is untypical. I know I've heard trainers before say, "Oh, we'll follow what Gay did." I mean, this horse, again, there's nothing. The consistency about Gay's preparation for golden slipper is there is no
They're
consistency.
very idiosyncratic. aren't
It's
they?
just Gay, and this is where Gay is so good. And like, I mean, yeah, it looks awful for the slipper and all that, but it'll run third. It'll do something.
Charles, don't say that.
Oh, of course, because it's Gay
And if it
in the
runs third
slipper.
and Kathy's not
You
running, is it?
look at some of the skunks that Gay's got to run places in the slipper. Seriously, go back and have a look. You
Well,
know?
she's a bit like that because she had the
it's
Kembla
dodgy race.
1,000 metre heavy track winner 3 weeks ago. And said, well, listen, win the slipper off that run for the, what was it called? The first race at Kembla.
Yeah, it went
Kelly
well.
horse.
Went
Well,
yeah.
but like
Oh.
it's an unusual
Where is
start.
it?
No, I
Is
think
it running next week?
I think it hurt itself a little bit. Tiny setback.
Because
But
we've got the
She'll get it
Todman
back.
Todman this week.
at Randwick.
Yeah, that's
the old
right.
Todman at Randwick. I can't
It
get
worked
my
for
head around that
Vancouver
one.
though. Yeah.
It did. It
Yeah,
did.
but we are gonna have a Stern who's the what third pick. He's gonna have Randwick,
Right.
isn't he? No. Hang on. When he ran last week at Rose Hill, isn't he? So at least he's had the Rose Hill run.
Right.
Anyway. All right. Okay. So good standing, Glenn. We spoke about Scarlet Rain. So Mark, you're with it. Not a slipper horse. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Good
it's
standing.
hard to
Good
think that,
standing
but-
did a really good job. Like.
Good standing. And
Well,
a bit of
I
upside.
always like those.
I
Brewery
tipped
horses.
Taliperian from Good Standing, so there was only 2 possible winning numbers. I happened to back Taliperian, and later it just had a smell of stink of.
Just like.
Well,
didn't
it looked it was very bearish in the ring all the way. You know, it's gone up $1.90 on the tote, and it's quickly $2.80 on the fair.
Yeah.
And there was only one. There was no interest in Suchet because
No.
of the way it was
Talking
written.
about Suchet, can we keep giving these kids from England licenses right here, or do we have to put them listed in? bar the real good one, what's his name, Ryan
Moore.
I think all of them have got to claim 4 kilos. They don't seem to be able to ride, like, because they ride over there in big paddocks, straight lines,
Yeah.
everyone's out the way. They get here.
Yeah. I reckon, I mean, if
it does seem a big job for them.
well, if you gave them, I mean, I suppose we use Glenn as the example, isn't it? You know, you've got to take a while to adjust to the different.
Yeah, you can't turn up here for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
for a month each year.
And just
Well,
turn
you
up
just
lob.
You go to the Northern Hemisphere, the first month is just, where am I?
Yeah, different cricket.
So from now on, English riders 4 kilos, and in memories of Jackie Che, Japanese riders give them 6 kilos.
Jackie Chan. Wow.
Where are you, Jackie?
Wow, that's nearly 20 years. That's 20 years ago.
Dangling.
Chopping sushi somewhere in the streets of Tokyo.
Even though he's from Hong Kong.
He's not Japanese. No. That Kei Fuji's
But
Japanese.
remember Singapore's in
Kei
Africa.
I don't want to talk about
That broke country.
Yeah, I didn't
Running
see a
third
hell
on the
of a lot of those 2-year-olds. You know,
global rankings.
good standing looks a Scopy type to me.
It is.
Right?
It is.
The fillies,
Will-
the fillies, I'm not interested in.
Yeah, good standing.
Good
Good standing.
standing.
Good standing is a contender. Is that a fair call?
I agree.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
What about, I mean, I know that was James Cummings, but the Anthony Cummings table, what about them? They're flying. Winners everywhere. During the week especially, everywhere you go.
Gisoni just won the race. There it is.
Well, what was that? That was, I'll tell you, I missed again with single gaze trialled off a short break on Sunday. at
Did it run
Canberra.
second single gaze?
Single gaze.
She just went across and sat second and stayed
Kathy?
second. Yeah,
And
Kathy.
Zambra second as well.
And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Zanbar
Kathy's
seemed.
had a fat day on the wages. Yeah. She played
She's had a
Nicolella.
great
She's had a
day.
terrific day.
She's had a great day, but it was such a non-event, that bloody 1400, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because Stay With Me cannot somehow put it itself in any sort of position.
Well, let's talk about Stay With Me.
Just quickly, hang on, Kathy. Has she recently become engaged?
I think she did, yeah.
To what, to Ollie?
No, I think
Oh, she's
No.
moved on.
I think so. I don't know, but I'm just saying, if it's true, we must find out. She might be in a really happy place at the
She
moment.
might be in that cycle that
So
you're
just,
talking
you know,
about.
we need to get a deposit on a home. With
Yeah.
and
Because your cycle's only really referred to male jockeys, hasn't it?
she might be in a really happy place.
Ooh.
And I just find a couple of her rides a lot more polished and better. Because I know what a strong rider she is.
Well, we used to like her until she went off the boil.
She went off the boil.
Yeah. So for everybody who wants
she
to
might have
say
been
we're
off the
bagging
boil, but
Kathy,
hang on, she
yeah.
might have been off the boil because it was old mate here, old mate let me down here. I hate all men. I'm not riding winners for punters. Now it's like, oh, I'm so in love. I need to get more flowers. I better ride another winner. Well, it's funny when you think different.
Oh yeah, you perform
Yeah.
better when you're parading well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
For
I think
sure.
she's in a real happy place, which is nice for her. And I've got to start organising my form thoughts around her, not with the big cross I used to put through K O'Hara, maybe with a little tick.
Or maybe just neutral.
Maybe even a little tick, yeah.
Maybe even a little tick. There you go. Well, you might even start professing your love for her again. She's never been the same since you dropped off that, you know.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Maybe at the wedding when they said, "Does anyone else?" The old place back.
I'm back, Kath.
Ah, fucking keep her.
Stay With Me, yeah. Glenn, strange little preparation. I mean, it was that strange tactics first up. Paraded pretty well first up and then came back last, you know, probably gone down a cog or two, hadn't it, second up?
And looked after
Seemed to go pretty well on Saturday.
yeah, I know, but never looked like winning that
No.
Mark. And it
No,
was
but
$4.
all those horses never looked like winning. All those horses in that 3 wide line trying to get back, come from
Well, she was
just off of midfield.
after I was in a parade. She was my blank worst one in the fair. I could. Even the fair sent me an email. You know, you've laid this for so much, you can't actually done that amount of money in your account. An email you can't pay. And I went to watch the race. The first thing I watched was those orange and black colours, and the whole entire race. I thought, you can't win.
Yeah. No, you were sweet. You
I
were
was
sweet
sweet.
all the way round.
And I got an email off Betfair in the run saying, look, it's all sweet. You don't need to top the back up.
Yeah, the horses in that. Anyway,
Moving on, so we know, just only, I mean, it's got a lot of raps from the win or whatever, but it was, yeah.
Well,
Pretty handy.
It's good, but it's no, you know, we still got to see
Can
it
we
do
see it
something.
race something?
Yeah, that's right, exactly. That's,
well, it was in a one-horse race.
Is there a
on
saying,
Saturday.
all you can do is win?
yeah, I know. I look, you know, I'm not
I mean, you guys
bagging
say
it, but
that.
I'm not
No, you are
bagging
bagging
it.
it. I'm bagging it. It's
Yeah.
like
I'm
it's
sticking
like
up for
this
But
idea.
I'm neutral.
This idea.
I'm like
that
Singapore and Africa.
you read in those RaceNet comments all the time. Well, it's hard to bag a winner.
Yeah.
Well, we're asked,
Any
to,
price
we're
or
asked
winner.
to bag winners all the time.
Yeah.
That's what we're asked
I've
to
got
do.
right off
Make a
RaceNet because
decision.
I just can't. I think the Sydney journalists leave a lot to be desired at the moment. None of them are having a go, and they're all just so protective of their jobs. The only ones that have a go are us. Huh?
Oh, you're talking about comments.
I can't even read it. I used to love it. RaceNet was my homepage. I loved it.
Yeah.
I've brought RaceNet for us to spend the show. And I like the form guide they provide, which is a free service. But reading the articles has become a bit tough.
Well, not even reading the articles. You can't print out the form guide because of all those comments.
Anyway, Solicit. Solicit did the job, I suppose, and Peeping.
Well, she's
Peeping was
Solicitor for
Peeping proves what she is.
She is a bit of a. She does have a little.
Gosh.
chink.
And
How did Zanbar run so well? Is
know.
it John Thompson who I just keep getting? I'm actually in love with John Thompson.
yes, you are.
You would have been all over this horse. It was 80s to 25s in some ways.
Oh, no, our Belize. It was coming out of the restricted sale race.
Okay. But back to that. Amicus to Mark is your
Yeah, it's my forgive horse of the day.
Amicus.
It's like
Just say Mikas again.
deliberately said it. Oh. Okay, so
I was having a stroke.
I saw 2 horses on Saturday
Yeah.
given no possible chance.
And they were.
And one was in Sydney, one was in Brisbane. Amicus.
What was the other one?
Annandale Lass, who I just remember, like it's racked up a few wins up north, Taree, Muswellbrook,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it went to Brisbane. And there it was, caught deep. So what does he do? He revs it up to go and sit outside the lead. So what they do is they go, oh shit, I'm caught deep, I want to get in, so I'm go girl. And then they go, oh now, you just sit, you slow up and sit outside the lead. And then I'll ask you to go again.
There can be nothing there.
Well, you just got to go all the way. You can't just go and then stop and sit outside the lead.
No.
no. Anyway, beautiful.
Like I was saying-
Hugh did look a bit confused in that, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think he's.
Racing New South Wales. That's Racing New South Wales. Uh-oh.
What have we done now? They're going to ring me next?
No, I think it might be my account.
Oh, okay.
Does he work for Racing New South Wales?
No, but you know, he's in the city.
Yeah. Looks like Racing New South Wales, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mere Salt, Point Percy and Lord District, I suppose they're talking about Lord District's race was the...
Well, that was a very exciting race.
Yes.
It was exciting.
DIC looked to go extremely well.
Really well.
And I must say that the week supplied 2 incredibly exciting mile-and-a-half races. Let's go back to Wednesday. And there's A. Adkins on the Gerald Ryan Double Bluff, who rides the best race I've ever seen, fails to win and goes, fuck this, I'm jumping off, and then B. Abdullah just grabs the reins of the horse while he's pulling up.
That's all right.
It was sensational.
Did you find that exciting? He
thought,
grabbed the
wow.
reins.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's trying to fucking steer his own horse as well.
They're
I know
pretty
the
skilled.
car-
They're pretty skilled.
That was exciting. I
Bit of
thought,
the race.
I thought that was exciting. A. Adkins rode such a fantastic race, and then he's not on the horse anymore, and there's B. Abdullah bringing it back to scale.
Yeah, I saw that, but I've been out in the drink with a few of these jockeys, and they wear those little tight t-shirts. They've got these tiny little 7-year-old bodies, but they have these arms that are fucking like a, you know, like they're strong boys. I watched him, he grabbed it.
There's a lot of theatre in 25-metre races.
You're starting to sound a bit like the caller there.
Well, what?
Because he went on about it too. What's his name?
Oh, did he? I don't.
I'm forgetting everyone's names. I'm getting
Steve
Alzheimer's.
Flindell.
Yeah, Steve Flindell.
Anyway.
Alzheimer's, that's what I look for.
Yeah,
If you've got a lot
he still hasn't
Yeah.
got it. Speaking of that race,
No.
there's the winner Zara Lilly and Super Mover on its outside in similar colours.
Yep.
And Super Mover's about to run last, and he's calling it as Zara Lilly.
Yeah.
Turning home.
Is that in the part 1, Dally? Yes, it is. There it is. Right, we're still a bit behind you though, so let's get it in.